So let me guess, you've watched about 40 some odd hours of YouTube videos, bought 17 sketchbooks, filled them up with ideas, and yet you still haven't actually started work on your TCG. Honestly, this advice can go for video games or board games as well, so take it with a grain of salt. It doesn't have to be a trading card game. You are terrified that people aren't gonna like your game. It's gonna be unbalanced. They're all gonna laugh at you probably, or they just don't care, which is a real possibility. That is what we're gonna try and solve today. Sitting down and working on a new project, whether it's a TCG, board game, or otherwise, is always a daunting task. Because what if it's unbalanced? What if it sucks? Honestly, it probably will suck the first couple games you make. I know mine sure as heck did, but your 10th game is gonna be maybe kinda alright. And that's the objective, is to get out there and get working on something. My first game, Foxcar Racers, was a hot mess. It's about foxes racing boxcars, and it was a small little game for 12 cards. You're trying to pass cards and get rid of your hand, and after 3 playtests, it was dead on arrival, I should say. But I learned a lot of great lessons from that game. All this to say that if you don't start now, if you don't become Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill, you will never get there. Your game will never get to a point where you enjoy playing it. It will just stay a figment of your imagination. You will just be a dreamer forever. And that's the point we want to adjust. Rule number 1 is define your North Star, because if you don't know where you're going, then how will you know if your game is veering off course wildly? Because complexity does not trump clarity. Write down the idea of your game, staple it to your forehead, and murder any thought that doesn't serve that purpose, because we want to know where we're going and how we're going to get there. Build ugly, playtest fast. Gameplay is king, art can come second. If your game is not balanced, no one's gonna wanna play it. So get it to the table. Use crayons, use index cards, use scraps of paper. Get your game to the table, because every single unbalanced card, weird bug fix thing you find is gold that will make your gameplay that much better. Get those things out of the way as fast as humanly possible. Fail fast. Remix like a pro. Don't bother reinventing every single thing. See what actually is working in other games and see how you can remix it into your game. Come on, lots of games are just Frankensteins of other games. Lorcana, for example, is like 70% magic. A lot of the things are exactly the same. Things that are different, obviously the mana system and the way you win the game. And in fact, you can actually attack creatures directly, but there's tons of stuff that is very much the same. Same with One Piece. Same with Final Fantasy. A lot of these games borrow from each other. Do that. Figure out how you can remix and Frankenstein other games together to make it so your game works to accomplish its objective. Don't worry about reinventing the wheel. The wheel already exists. Playtest early, playtest often. If you don't playtest, your game will perish. The most important thing is to get the game to the table. The big thing about your game, and it is kind of a hard truth, that if you haven't playtested your game or haven't convinced your friends to play your hot mess of a game, you are probably doing it wrong. Playtesting a game is like going to the gym. It's where your weak ideas go to die and your strong ideas go to get totally jacked. That is the objective. You got to find out what works and what doesn't work, because some ideas that might sound awesome in your head don't really translate to the table. So this is how you do it. Get out of your head, get onto the table, get playing. So in conclusion, making a trading card game or board game or anything is kind of like wrestling a naked goblin. It's gonna bite you, it's gonna slap you, it's gonna shit on the floor, but the more you playtest, the more you find these problems, the more you can fix those problems, the better the game will get. And hopefully, in the end, you'll have a game that everyone wants to play, or at least your friends will want to play more than they did before when you first started playing it. So, don't quit, remix it, pivot, scrap it, start over, find a new mechanic, do the Macarena, but never stop. So that's what I got to say to you guys. Hopefully this helped. My name is Adrian. This is Giant Monster Games. Until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster.